after that, it is going to be those Sanox and those Vikendi games that you have to make sure turn out in your favor. And if you can make that happen every single time, I think you are going to have a lot of points.
Who's the most comfortable here?
Everybody actually looks pretty chilled out right now. INES is just chilling on the bed. IND is sitting separate. They're like, you know what, we'll use the in-game comms.
Synergy have a rave going for themselves, I think.
That's perfect.
I like how Orange Rock have 4 separate couches for each of those players. But here we have it. It is gonna be on in the frozen wastelands over here. It's gonna be a different plane path compared to what we've seen so far.
Yeah, this time we are heading east to west. India's the best. We are heading in that direction. Splitting the map on the southern side, we are going to have a lot more action. I'm pretty sure towards the Winery and the Abbey, of course, 2 really popular places over here. Dino Park, we might have a little bit of action. The Villa, we might have a few takers, and you know, it's going to be interesting. And let's just shuffle things up a little bit, because I want to actually have a talk with Johnny over here. Johnny, would you mind stepping in with me and going over a couple of things?
Yeah.
First of all,
see,
come on, Johnny, look at the circle.
This is something.
Look at the
we
circle.
have talked about this again and again. It is the map of chaos. It is the map of water.
You called it.
50% water in there. And this
Wow.
is going to make the first circle feel like the third one already, because the rotations are going to be insane in this one. You only have Krichas, Dobro, Mesto, Goroka. Coal Mines rotation is going to be a tricky one, because you always have a lot of teams in northeastern part of the map as well. But this time around, a lot of things are changing. Synergy, they are quite spread up, as we can see on the minimap that we have, but 0 degree already heading to the circle.
You know, really amazing point right now. As we had the camera panned on the boys from Marcus Gaming, they were in a straight dive, but this is the presence of mind. They saw the zone, shoots come back up, and they try to go as far as they can. I think they might just make it to Krichas.
They might just make it, but on our screens right now is going to be another interesting situation. It's going to be UMumba against Janmara in the early stages. And we were talking about this on the desk as well. If you do not find the weapons, how are you supposed to take the fight? That is going to be quite tricky. Plus, all the players are split up, especially the side of UMumba, because we have 2 lads in one direction and 1 boy is split up right behind the players from Janmara. So isolated fights, they are quite risky. You do not have an advantage. If the 2 players decide to peek you at the same time, you
Right.
are dead.
And it's always you know, it's that old conundrum that who throws the first rock? Should I be the one to make the first move? But there is a risk factor involved, of course. But, you know, I mean, you've got to be totally reliant on your skills. But have a look at the map, ladies and gentlemen, and look at how all the teams are pretty much spread out towards the south. You have the big boys from Seoul chilling around the Abbey and the Winery, split up in 2, in fact. And let's have a look and see where Fnatic is. Fnatic right in the thick of the situation, basically around the Villa, which is, of course, one of their more favorite places to visit. But talking about presence of mind, the boys from Marcus Gaming seem to be dead smack center of the zone.
Yeah, and it is exactly as you said. They were able to make their way to a Krichas, but yeah, most of the cluster of the teams is quite close towards Volnova and Winery. Talking about Seoul, as you said, we noticed this during the fall as well. This was one of the strategies that they had for themselves during the fall PMCO, wherein Seoul would go for those 2-2 splits. So if one set of 2 players died, the other one would just hide from everyone, make it somehow into the top 3, and that's how they got all the points that they had. This time around, if they go for that one again, I think that is just going to make sure that Seoul is sitting on the 2nd position in the overall standings even after this game. But on the other side, INES, look at this. Even they go for the early northern rotation, already heading towards port.
Yeah, I mean, so basically what you're saying is Seoul kind of has like a plan B in place at all times.
Yeah.
But also, it could be that, you know, since, yes, they are separated. Okay, we do have 2 members going in one direction, 2 going in another. See, that's the thing. I mean, they can also be, it can be a surprise factor because, look, if I'm engaging with you, say, in the north direction, you are to my north, you are Seoul. I'm shooting at you. I'm like, yo, dude, oi, Seoul is right over there. But suddenly I get shot from the back and you're like, wait a second, Seoul's over there? How? What? You know, that's, I think, what they try to do. They try to play with the minds of the opponents, because you got to remember, mind games are just as important over here.
Mind games are just as important as the firefights as you take, and this is a cold war right now, a Mexican standoff, if you will, between the players from UMumba and Janmara. So they are trying to look for each other, but are not able to find their opponents. So there is no engagement right now. And this is sort of tricky. Okay, Mortal already goes in and gets a knock as
Wow.
DE Shifuser is going to be blown up. And this is exactly what we were talking about. Because if we have the look at the minimap. So Soul on DE, they have to be careful about Tamilas as well. But Soul, it was the split that can come in right now. Because the two players, Mortal and it is Aman, Mortal and
Right.
Aman, if they come in from the north, the teams, Tamilas and DE, they can be engaged from the eastern side
There
by
you
Viper
go.
and Regaltos.
I think that is what, yeah, that's a wonderful point that you just brought up. And, again, it comes down to communication, right?
Yeah.
So this time, I think Regaltos is still in. He is still stubbing for Aman, which again, Blay was bringing this point up earlier that, how the substitutes work. I think it's an amazing implementation to the game because, sometimes, like I said, it's your day. Sometimes it isn't. Sometimes, things are not just working. Maybe you're a bit too tired. Maybe you've got other things on your mind. I think it always works out. And back in the action, the boys from UMumba are finally picking a fight with Janmara. Something that we haven't really seen because, whoa. And talking about that, Gunna is down. And an interesting fact about the boys from Janmara, Gunna, I think, is actually substituting instead of Genghis Khan.
Yeah.
So Gunna is, well, officially he is a substitute of the game, but I think Genghis Khan had a couple of issues and he could not be here.
Yeah, he was part of the main. He was supposed to be part of the main lineup, but during the PMC before started, I think something went wrong, and they had to bring in this new player who played the most games during the finals, during the group stage, during the semifinals. You hardly saw him here and there, but it was during the finals that he was pretty visible and became one of the highest performing players for his team. But on the other side, Dead Eyes, they are going to be caught off guard, and VSG Crawlers, they dish out the damage, but the knock just not going to be there. Deadeye guys, they are just going to escape from that one. But on the other side, Ines Badri, the PP Bison is going to be pointed towards Cells. They need to be careful. They need to be careful, Cells, on this one, because now they need to start building momentum, start to climb up little by little.
What are your thoughts on the Bison? I never liked the gun. Maybe because I just don't like the way it looks. Is that weird?
That's not weird at all. We all have our preferences. I mean, I love the M24.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Suppressed M24. There's
no, not the
sound.
suppressed one. See,
No
you
sound.
love the G3060 for the sound. I love the M24 for
There
the
you go.
sound.
All right, all right. To each his own, I believe.
Yeah, and on the other side, Rox once
This is
again.
interesting.
Yeah, he is in the water, but he is gonna be in trouble because, as we saw, INES was just there. They know where he is. They are just waiting for him
Oh
to
my
pop his
God.
head up, and he is gonna be taken down. But if he stays in too long, he's just gonna drown in there. What do you choose? Do you choose to die, or do you choose to just not give the kill to everyone? He's coming up to breathe, but is he going to be able to do that safely as INES?
Oh my goodness, he
tries
is
to step
leaving
away?
it down right till the end. Is he going to get knocked out? Oh,
No.
he just survives. Imagine if he had a blue zone, he'd be done because there was no way to heal up. Now, okay, yes, INES does know he's there. If he applies a bandage, which he can't, of course, since he's floating in water. Yeah, Rox is pretty much in a bit of a pickle, but one question I have is, how did he get separated by his teammates by such a massive distance?
Yeah.
Where are his teammates?
Even I'm wondering that because they have moved to the southern side of the entire fight already, and I think that is a really good question. How did that happen?
I mean, there was that boat in play, but it
Yeah.
pretty much looks like nobody touched it yet.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess we'll have to get a different angle on it. We'll have to go back and see what happened.
Yeah, but now since you see the minimap on your screens, you can see that most of the teams have already made their way in towards the circle. The blue zone, the first blue zone, is closing in slowly and steadily, but this is just going to be the little bit of chip damage that basically everyone ignores right now. And players, team like IND, they are going for a late rotation, still sticking to the southern extreme of the map right now. On the other side, Janmara UMumba, the standoff is still there.
It's still going on?
Yeah, it's still going on. They're
It's
trying to
still
get some
going on.
distance amongst themselves, but
You know, you were talking about IND right now,
Yeah.
and you did mention earlier that you think I don't think they've been super consistent.
Yeah.
I think we really saw them shine the brightest in the last game. But I think they're standing somewhere in 5th or 6th
Yeah.
position overall. But IND, of course, they are a powerhouse of the Indian gaming community. And just as I said that, wait a second, somebody just got knocked with the G36C.
Yeah, Vexy was caught off guard, and it was Synergy who saw him at the distance. And now Paradox, he's going to be paranoid now as Vexy is going to be finished off by the players from the side of Synergy. This is being called tunnel vision. You're so focused on
That's
one
it.
direction that you ignore that this is a battle royale.
You know, you couldn't have said it better, because I think that is the biggest problem with
Yeah.
not just the professional gameplay right now, even as amateurs playing at home just for fun. That's what the biggest mistake we made, the tunnel vision. We just get so focused on one aspect or one person that we forget about everything else. I think it's like we have horse blinders on or something. That's
Yeah.
basically it.
That happens a lot, and it's not just being focused in one direction on the map. You ignore the most common mistakes I see. People ignoring how much armor, how much damage their armor and helmet has taken, how many
yeah.
bandages, how many healing utilities that they have, how many throwables that they have left in the later stages of the game. That these are the most common mistakes. Apart from that, during clutch situations, you always want to be aware of your surroundings.
True that, like, the spatial awareness is important. You mentioned throwables.
Yeah.
So I'm a guy who usually does not like carrying a lot of grenades. I like my bullets doing all the talking for me. Good idea, bad idea.
I mean that depends on your playstyle. If you're playing an assaulter,
Right.
that is
You
a pro-
need- you
need
need
the
your
bullets.
throwables,
You-
right?
No,
Not the bullets.
Supports
So I
are the
like
ones
sniping.
who like the throwables.
Okay,
Yeah.
as far as smoke goes, I can agree with you on
Yeah.
that. I'm really bad with grenades because I've blown myself up a couple of times. We'll come to that later. There
Yeah.
was a little bit of a mishap. That does happen. Technical issues obviously a part of the thing, but this is the amazing thing of how awesome we are over here. We are back within seconds.
All right. So the second circle was water as well, but it's like I would say 30% water. Right now, where is the next circle going to be?
That's
Is it
actually
going to be
pretty
more
accurate.
water or more
I'm going to
land
say
this time?
33.3%. That's pretty much one
Yeah.
third. I think my maths teacher is going to be happy with that.
Ooh, but that was a risky play from OP, from the players from the side of Tamilas, because the spotting was done by the player from the side of Synergy, but Team IND, they are coming in from the back. This could be a lot of trouble, and Ted is going to
goes
make
down.
sure that the punish is going to be there.
He goes down. That is the sniper extraordinaire from Team IND. My boy Slayer. He was on a little bit of a joyride, but that does end in tragedy from him. He is not going to make it out of this alive. Maybe he might. Yep. I think he's letting all his stuff out. He's like, you know what? I'm done for. I know I'm not going to make it. And that is the end of his game. But again, you know, these names, Slayer, one of the hallmark players of our community, you know, been there right from the beginning. And if you have a look at your screen right now, we are kind of focused on Team IND as far as the stats go up top.
Yeah.
They did lose a member. Of course, we just saw Slayer going down. But interesting fact about Team IND, these guys are one of the oldest teams
Yeah.
in the Indian scene. And, you know, one of the most famous players today, Scout,
Yeah.
was actually the founder of the original, well, famous lineup consisting of Scout, Naruto, Assassin, Nova, and Smokey.
Yeah, it was one of the old, sort of the old gods of the PUBG
Oh, yeah.
scene. Scout was one of the founding players of that lineup. And from there on out, the team did qualify for Berlin, but they were unable to go. That's the sort of the
Right.
story that everyone knows. But they had an amazing performance over there as well. From there on out, Scout leaving the team, trying to see his other options, and then landing in Team X Park, that is now called Fnatic. The kind of storyline, not just him, the
Right.
other players as well. The team being remade around new players, Kratos coming in, Trance coming in,
Yep.
Slayer coming
Check
in
that
as well.
card out.
So yeah.
Oh, check that card out. Yes, check out how it's just lodged
Oh.
in the snow. How do you do
get
that?
it? Yeah.
How do you do that? We need to know. I mean, that is embedded in the snow. But yeah, sorry to cut you off over there. Yes, you're absolutely right. Wow. And wait a second, Kratos under heavy fire. Paradox. Being a bit of a paradox right now for Kratos. He's like, you know what? You do not pay attention and you are going to suffer. By the way, since we are on a drop right now, and
Yeah.
of course there is a Groza in it, can we just take a second and acknowledge the fact that I was right about the last game? There was not a single LOM.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And it is. So my theory is it's the game just trolling you,
There it
because
is.
you get the Groza with the suppressor for the snipers.
Oh.
You get the snipers with stuff for the assault rifles. But
Right,
talking about
they'll give you a shotgun.
yeah. Oh, Machine from INES is going to be taken down as TSM. They charge in on him, and the finish is going to come in as well. So INES, they are going to be in a bit of a pickle here. But TSM, so we thought that Machine actually caught them off guard. The
Right.
AK shots were coming and he did dish out a lot of damage, but the players being split apart, that sort of gave them the advantage as the flank did come in and the knock was there. But now Clutch God, the revive needs to come in, and it needs to come in now from Neo, because INES now they will be charging in on these lads.
Good smoke up. Oh, that was the nick of time.
Yeah.
Dude, 1 second apart because that would have spelled trouble. But again, good smoke cover from the teammates. TSM, of course, we expected from them. And have a look at the map. The map is still, the zone is still pretty much centered around Krichas. We have a little bit of the port in between. Zabava on the top right of your screens. And oh my goodness, TSM is now in heavy, heavy trouble. INES dare, literally trying to tear them apart. But what is happening with the sprays today, dude?
Okay, so INES goes in on TSM from one
then-
side. Or Daljit with the
Wow,
K98.
It's over. It's all over.
Oh,
No, but
man.
I have a complaint today.
Yeah.
I am not impressed with the sprays today because I know these boys.
Yeah.
They can do immaculate stuff with that M4. Somehow it's not connecting today.
Yeah, it's not connecting, it's not on point, but I think it is still going to be some time before people actually get used to it, some time before people actually get warmed up, basically. But Mortal, on the other side, from the side of Soul, is going to get a knock against the players from Tamilas. Viper, we did see him get knocked down, so the revive needs to come in on him as well, otherwise they're going to be in trouble. And this fight between these two teams, it's happening outside the circle right now, so they
That's
need to keep an eye on the clock as well. Have 38 seconds right now. Do not delay this too much.
How important are vehicles in Vikendi? Specifically, because you know you have a lot of cover.
Yeah.
The white kind of hides you from, you know. I think if you are in a vehicle, let's have a look. Wait, is Mortal going to make the shot? Random fire in the smoke. Manti coming on the other side, laying down heavy fire on Regaltos. Regaltos making it out in the nick of time. But that was awesome. Oh, he does get knocked out.
Yeah, not for long, man.
Not so
He is
lucky.
going to make sure that the barrel in his hand is going to be the death of Regaltos. Viper and Mortal are still
that's
standing.
poetic.
Sangwon is split up from his team. But now, okay, Tamilas, they are being really smart about this one. They laid out the distraction for the players from the side of Soul, and
saw
the
him.
flank from Manti is actually what is causing all the trouble now.
Check out how they split up around Soul. Viper is
Yeah.
in the thick of all of it. Carry and Spray are off to the left of your screens. I think this is going to be a little bit of a tricky situation. Viper is trying to get out. I don't think he's going to make it, and he does get knocked out. Manti OP coming in with that M762 firepower, and now they're just trading knocks back and forth.
Yeah, and now Sangwon is still left standing,
They're
and
in
now
trouble.
he's trying to take this fight. He did get one knock, so in a 1v3 situation, but I think Tamilas, they are just going to go for the finish on
That's
these
it.
players so that they can confirm the kills, and it is already going to happen. The call was given out to Sangwon quite a while earlier that you need to rotate, you need to get into a better position.
Right.
Is he going to be able to take this one? Because Viper is still alive.
I
don't think
Viper's
so.
done for.
Yeah, the probability is just not there. Sangwon needs to run away to try and secure a better position for his team.
See, the blue zone carry is going in for the revive on the lower half
Yeah.
of your screens right now. I think he might just get it. The zone not doing a lot of damage. But yeah, Soul has been reduced to a one-man squad. And there you have it, just as we talk about them. Sangwon is chilling. He is the last guy remaining. And as far as firepower, he does have that M762 and an Uzi. Maybe he's going to be like a little snake, you know, really silent, get up close and personal to the enemy and then whoosh, strike.
Yeah, I think Uzi has to be the perfect weapon to do that, because close range rate of fire,
That rate of fire.
that is just incredible, especially with the new update that came in, since where you can have a red dot on the Uzi as well.
Is that right?
Yeah, it just allows you to aim even better.
Wow.
Because earlier that used to be a problem. Iron sight, I'm not really a fan of that. With the Uzi, you always go for the hip fire, just spray and pray inside the houses. But this time around, you can go for the outside battles as well.
I you know, you don't like iron sights, but I love me some iron sights.
Oh man, you
I
look cool,
love the
right?
iron sights. It's not about cool. It's just, I don't know. Hey, don't take it away from me. Now they'll know. Shush. It's not that, guys. It's not because I think it's cool. Maybe. But no, I mean, I just love the iron sights. But yeah, I mean, the red dot on the Uzi, you're just adding to that shredding power close range, like you said, with that high rate of fire. But Sangwon, the last guy remaining. You know what I like about PUBG right now?
Yeah.
The skins that they're coming up with are so innovative. Look at that.
Oh, yes.
That is perfect for Vikendi. You have the shovel up top,
Yeah.
strapped down, of course, because you know you don't want it going flying around, and that is just brilliant.
Yeah, it is brilliant, and this vehicle, it is interesting as well, because this one has the lowest health amongst all of them. It's going to be pretty easy
Is
to
that
blow it up.
right?
Yeah.
I was not aware of that.
It is something really, really interesting. But
Right.
on the other side, it is pretty fast.
So this is the PSA of sorts for the people
Yeah.
watching right now, guys. Different vehicles have different health points, different speeds.
Yeah.
Use it to your advantage. We'll definitely bring it up with Super Johnny again. You know.
Yeah, but that is all some things that, okay, these players already have it in the back of the minds as to how they are
Right.
approaching it. If you hear the gunshots in a particular direction, you do not want to go there in a buggy. You always want to take the UAS or vehicle with a high health. Oh, talking about high health.
He's gone.
That was such a fast knock coming in. Like DE not going to be happy about that one. And HB from VSG Crawlers, that is going to be an easy fight. But the kills can be stolen as well. As we saw, one of the players from the side of DE was taken down by Synergy and Deadeye, guys. The elimination is going to come in. VSG Crawlers just securing 1 kill from that fight, and they were collapsed upon, but what, 3 teams there?
Three, 3.5, because I did see 2 guys. Okay, there you go. There's that low HP. Oh my goodness, get out of the vehicle. I think he's made it, because I'm keeping an eye on the kill feed. I don't see anything. He made it. Oh my goodness, I'm not touching that car. I'm sorry, I am not touching that car. But I do have to ask you one question.
Yeah.
So you were talking about Soul earlier, right?
Yeah.
With their little bit of a strategy. Did they change vehicles the same? How do they have so many of these green little cars? Anyway.
They had 2 already, I think, VSG.
Okay, and now there you go. Song 1 is out, and with that, Soul is eliminated.
Crawlers are going to be caught out of position by the team Tamilas, and man, TOP, he is keeping an eye on them. His players are going to blow up the vehicle. That is going to be some damage being given away, but they are still hiding behind that rock. I don't think they make it out alive of this one unless they somehow pull off a miracle, or Tamilas actually mess up this fight. Because look at this. All open areas all around them. There is no position to run away. This can be the saving grace that the squad of Mega is passing by in the rear, but on the other hand, Orange Rock Mavi is going to make sure that Hype Chari is not going to be part of the game anymore. And no.
Wait a second.
They mess up that one.
That was a nade knock on VSG Evo. I did think he moved out too quick. I am sorry to say this right now. That was not a good play by VSG Crawlers. If you realize they were lining up the smokes, Evo moved out maybe 2 or 3 seconds a bit too quick. All the attention came right on them over there, and they paid the price. But that is how it is. This is the Battle Royale after all. Anything can happen. And talking about that, we are joining the action between Synergy and Team Tamilas, who are really coming up. And wait a second. What's happening right now? Random fire?
They made it into the same compound.
Oh my god. Wait, let's just see how this plays out. Let's just see how this plays out. They're on domination right now. I'm just going to keep quiet. Let's see what happens. Everyone, they know where the enemy is.
They know where they are.
Look behind you. Oh my goodness.
No.
I think that is it. I think Team Tamilas are in big trouble right now.
Yeah, I actually agree with you on that one. And what surprises me is the fact, once again, being tunnel vision. Oh, Spray actually gets a knock, but can he get another one? Can he pull off a miracle for his team? But that is not going to happen. Tamilas taking an exit on the 14th position. What I was saying, what surprises me is, once again, it is being tunnel vision that sort of gets the team eliminated. They were so focused on VSG Crawlers, did not check their backs, and Synergy just charged right into a compound that Tamilas had so much control over. It was open areas. Synergy came in through an open area.
Absolutely. I mean, yep, we are definitely going to have to take notes from this game, ladies and gentlemen. Got to keep an eye out everywhere, but we'll come to that in a second. Now, Clutch God is going up against Fnatic and the boys from Team 8. That is the Cells. This is going to be interesting. Ultron lays down heavy fire, gets Z-God. Z-God is knocked out, and Clutch God coming in. Is he going to get it? Is he going to live up to the name, or is Ultron going to be the ultimate resistance right now? Shots fired all over the place. But oh my goodness, Neo's HP, TSM survives this little onslaught right now. Wow. Check out the health. They're going to make it. They made it. TSM have made it. How are they still alive? 7 kills, which is what I wanted to bring up. So we did see Team Tamilas getting knocked out just a little while ago. But again, consistency, they're getting kills. I think they had, if I'm not wrong, on the right we just saw 7 kills.
Yeah.
That is awesome. They're doing something right now.
They are doing something right, and 7 kills, all 4 players still alive in this one. I think that is gonna put them in such a big advantage in the future situations, because 23 minutes in, it is the 6th zone coming in about 20 seconds right now. You are gonna turn out. So this is also another interesting, as you can see,
I like that.
winner chicken dinner forecast. Entity is sitting on the top 13.33%. Synergy is gonna be joining them, and I think Fnatic is also gonna be there, since they also have all of their players, and they are in the circle already, which is out in the open.
I love it when we engage the audience, and
Yeah.
we are because everybody wants to voice their opinions and shout out to the world that we want our team to win, and how it goes. But yeah, I like that. So basically 4 teams split up right now, and it can go either way.
Yeah, it can still go either way.
I mean, we
but
do have 10 teams left, 3 guys to a team on average. So, you still have to be, I think we're on a 6th circle, a couple of circles left.
Ooh, out in the open, Synergy
He survives.
Strider. He survives with a magic pixel. Oh, I think he's going to be happy about that.
See, that is the thing I was talking about.
Yeah.
So, in Vikendi, right, since the INES gets eliminated. Alright, we come to this point. OR is under heavy fire right now. They just lost 2 members. I think they are knocked out. Diljit is knocked, but not out. And is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Alright.
Fnatic comes through. All
Fnatic
right.
comes through, OR takes an exit.
Now that is, maybe we should not talk about these teams as soon as they come up on the screen, because I think there's
Yeah.
a little bit of a jinx situation going on right now.
Stop taking names.
Altogether.
Being
Let's just,
specific.
we're just going to call them team numbers now. Okay,
In the
I'm going
meanwhile-
out. Bye-bye. Team IND is out now.
IND is out. Marcos is still in this one. They have 1 kill. They have 2 people alive. So it is going to be tricky, but not all hope is lost. But look at this minimap. There is 1 player from Synergy that you do not see. It is going to be Servi, who is way out into the blue zone. And that is going to be so much trouble, because he can die just from the damage from the blue zone as
Is
well.
he the last guy remaining though?
I think so. He has to be the last guy remaining for his team.
Yep.
But what is going on? He is
Yes.
still stuck on the minimap. But look at this. So look at this. Yeah, he is taking damage from the blue zone. He is still there. His team has 7 kills. But how far can they go? On the other side, TSM and Fnatic are in a perfect position to take the chicken dinner for this one. Fnatic in particular, because they are already in the blue zone, in
Absolutely.
the circle, and they can gatekeep everyone from every single direction.
But you gotta give it up to TSM Entity. Just have a look. 8 kills already. These guys are right up there, and talking about TSM, Clutch God goes down to Ash. Ash with that explosion thought he'd do a little bit more damage. However, I'm pretty sure the boys from TSM Entity will regroup from there, be whole again, and fight to live another day. But yeah, Fnatic of course doing what they do best, and TSM Entity is just they're just being all right boss right now.
Yeah.
From the start, from the get-go till this point, these guys have, I don't want to throw the word around domination, because we've had a few mishaps here and there, but the consistent level of gameplay is just amazing.
Yeah, it is pretty amazing. And one thing I've noticed is, as soon as one of the guys from the squad gets knocked down, all of them back off. Their priority is just to make sure that they have the numbers advantage for themselves.
They're playing as a tightly knit unit right now.
Yeah.
That's what's happening. And yeah, you were mentioning that Fnatic is in a good position. Wait a second, they both are exchanging shots. Paradox goes down. Z-God with that spray. See, that's what I'm talking about. This is the kind of spray that we expect from people at this on this grand stage, basically. And that is entertainment. I mean, come on. You wanna control that recoil with a 4x or a 6x on an M4. I know it looks super easy, but it isn't. And Bhishma raining down death on Sonim.
Yeah,
Or is
and
that Sony M?
it's Sonin.
It's Sony.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sonin from Genmara is going to be knocked down, and Bhishma with that nade is going to look to catch T'Challa off guard. But meanwhile, Synergy is going to take an exit. Sonim is going to be finished off. And now, once again, we are down to the top 16. Marcos still alive in this game with 1 player. Megastars are going to be there with 2, one of which is knocked down. And Fnatic, UMumba XN, and Entity are going to be there with all 4 players. But as I say that, 2 knocks come in from 2 different teams. T'Challa is going to be taken down by the blue zone, and TSM, they're going to be in trouble as they are going to be stuck between Fnatic and UMumba. And those are the teams that can actually give them a fight. In the meanwhile, Megastars are going to decide to take
Look
an
at this
exit.
huddle. They all huddle behind one rock. One grenade can do it all. And they have 3 people still live and kicking. And there you go. That's just what I thought. John Mara is out. We are down to the last Three teams. Wait a second. TSM Entity are down to one man standing. They have three people knocked out. It's going to be the end for Neo and his boys. I think he did take off because... Wait a second. We are down to the last two. I'm sorry. I just got lost a little bit because, I was throwing everything towards these boys. And, wow. So we're down to... I'm going to throw this question to Blay now. Blay, we are down to the last two teams. We have Fnatic, 4 members still standing. Your thoughts, good sir?
Well, it looks like they're back, aren't they? They are definitely back right now. They won the chicken dinner desperately.
Check
but
out the
who
opponents.
who are the opponents? Of course, it is gonna be UMumba. I mean, these guys out of nowhere, right? The first 2 games, we were like, hey, these guys haven't done much. They're looking rough right now. But Ash with a perfectly timed Kobe. He's looking for more. And it's going to be Oasis going to get the knockdown. 2 more knock. 1 more knock remaining, if I'm not mistaken. It is all on Kiki. OP. Is he OP enough? Is the question. Is far away. A rock. The only place, the only thing separating him from certain death. The circle has pushed in. He needs to make a move right now. He's taking a lot of damage. He's going to heal up a little bit, and it's going to be going in for the run. But there are 4 players ready and waiting. They're on the rooftops, guns ready to go, locked and loaded, and they know where he is. They know where he is. Ash, he has no chill left. He's going in for the kill, and that is going to be it. Fnatic are going to take the chicken dinner finally. But UMumba, man, 2 back-to-back top 2 places.